Help me reach 3,000 subscribers. Hit like and leave a comment. I really do read them all. She pushed the coffee mug toward me with one finger like it was a parking ticket she didn't want to touch. Eyes on her phone, not on me. Don't leave crumbs on the counter, Lisa said. I just wiped it. I made coffee, I replied. You're welcome. She snorted. You want applause for pressing a button? I leaned on the island and let the silence work. I want a good morning. Then try not making a mess. She stepped past me to the sink, phone still in hand. And pick up my dry cleaning. They close at 6. If you're late, that's on you. That's your blazer for brunch with Carla, I said. You can grab it on your way home. I don't drive across town for chores, she said, rinsing a clean glass like it was evidence. You pass it anyway. Right, I said, because I'm the chauffeur and the wallet. She made a face like I'd told a stale joke. Drop the martyr act, Mark. It's boring. The front door closed. Her car pulled away. No kiss, no see you, not even a nod. If I'd known where it was headed, I would have put the papers in my truck that morning. At the yard, Miguel watched me unwrap a breakfast sandwich at the tailgate. You look like a man who slept next to a cactus. Cactus was busy, I said. I slept next to the desert. He smirked and didn't pry. He's good at reading when not to. You want me to cover the west side install? I want you to cover everything between 10 and 2, I said. I'm making a delivery and a pickup. Materials? Boundaries, I said. Splitting the household money today. Miguel whistled low. That a conversation or a bulletin? Bulletin. By lunch I had it done. 2 individual accounts. 1 joint stripped down to auto-pay only. Mortgage, utilities, insurance. Removed her access to my business cards. Printed a simple sheet. What I'd cover, what she'd cover, dates, amounts. No commentary. I texted the PDF and a polite summary. The reply came fast. Cute. Did your little crew clap when you hit send? I called. She answered on speaker with wind noise. I'm in the car. Make it quick. You saw the changes, I said. House bills are handled. Personal spending is personal. My spending is part of our life, she snapped. Don't act like hair, nails, gas. All of it doesn't benefit you. Your nails benefit me? I asked. Let it hang. Here's the deal. You handle your extras, I handle mine. Things we plan together, we split. You're controlling. I'm organized, I said. If you want to call order control, that's your label, not my reality. She let out a laugh that wasn't humor. If I wanted a hall monitor, I could find one with a bigger house. Good luck, I said. Read the manual first. She hung up before the next line. It was the first rule posted on the wall, and she didn't like reading walls. That night her tote landed on the couch like a challenge. Laptop open to nothing. She stood at the stove staring at a pot that wasn't on. You hungry? She asked without looking. Already ate, I said. Late meeting. Sure. Meetings. She poked the cold pot. You sound very important. I slid the printed sheet across the counter. Numbers. Dates. It's simple. Questions are fine. The split stands. She flicked the paper with a nail. Carla says men who nickel and dime create problems where none exist. Carla sells houses, I said. Her side job is selling opinions. If you want to fund her hobby, that's on your card. The line hit. She paused, then softened like flipping a switch. I'm just tired, Mark. Work's a mess, my manager's impossible, and you've been distant. This isn't helping. What do you need from me tonight? Nothing. Can we not fight? I'll make a salad. You pick a show. Sorry about this morning. I was snippy. First softening. I nodded. Apology accepted. I'm catching the game with Nate later. Salad after. You didn't tell me that. I'm telling you now, I said. We don't calendar my evenings unless it involves both of us. You have book club Thursdays. I don't question it. So everyone does whatever they want now? The rule is respect, I said. If you want my time, ask. If you want my money, plan. 2 days later, she sent a photo of a designer couch expensive enough to fund 2 mortgages. We need this. Living room looks dated. It looks clean, I texted. If you want to replace a working couch, put it on your budget. This isn't vanity. It's hosting. Your clients sit there sometimes. Professional image. My clients meet me at job sites, I wrote. They sit on workbenches and tailgates. We are not college kids, she fired back. You're embarrassing. I called. She picked up mid-ring. Why does everything with you turn into a fight? Stop buying arguments and calling them furniture, I said. You want it, buy it. Don't sell it as branding. Carla's fiancé surprises her with things. That's what men do when they care. Carla's fiancé can spend Carla's fiancé money, I said. Caring isn't measured in couches. She exhaled hard. Maybe I need someone who doesn't make everything a lesson. Maybe I need someone who doesn't make everything a test. She went quiet, then added sugar. We're just off. Let's go out Saturday. Just us. No friends, no work talk. My treat to book it. Second softening. Fine, I said. Saturday. At the restaurant, she ordered for both of us without asking. I smiled at the server and reordered what I actually eat. She tried to turn it into a joke. Look at you, she told the server. He's growing up. I've been grown, I said. I stopped letting other people guess for me. She kept the phone on the table. I tapped it. Put it away. It's work, she said, and Carla. Tell Carla we're busy. Tell work you're off. She slid it into her bag. You're in a mood. I'm in a boundary. When the check came, she nudged it toward me. I nudged it back. Split it. Her smile cracked. You're making a scene over a check? I'm following the plan. I put my card down. If this changes future plans, say it now. She paid her half with crisp motions meant to be seen. On the way to the car, she walked a few steps ahead like she could leave the evening behind. We drove home in a careful silence. The next Saturday, we went to Nate and Hannah's cookout. Folding chairs, chalk on the sidewalk, somebody arguing with a grill. Lisa arrived late in a dress made for valet parking. She looked around like the lawn needed a stylist. Cute, she told Hannah. It's like a throwback. Throwback to what? Hannah smiled, not blinking. She's kind but steel. To simple times. Mark loves simple. I set down the cooler. Simple keeps the ribs from burning. Lisa found Carla by the fence and started the couch saga again. Nate nudged me at the grill. You good? I'm taking inventory, I said, tossing what's expired. By the time plates were full, Lisa had an audience. She opened with a cute story about me wearing work boots to a nice place. Then the twist. He thinks buying me roses is manipulation, she said, smiling too wide. Like kindness has terms. I set my plate down and joined them. Buying roses and calling it rent is manipulation. We're teasing, she said. Relax. I'm relaxed, I said. If we're doing jokes, accuracy matters. She wasn't used to me stepping in. He split our money like we're roommates. Next, he'll label the milk. I shrugged. We agreed on shared bills and separate extras. That's called adults. If you want our money talk private, stop making it a party topic. Carla chimed in. Couples are a team. Teams share. Teams also don't bench the player who scores, I said. We share what we agree to, not what's demanded. Lisa folded her arms. You always have to win the debate. I don't need to win, I said. I need respect. This, I nodded toward our audience, isn't it? Nate cleared his throat. Ribs are sending smoke signals. Let them, Lisa said. Maybe they'll taste like generosity. I set a rule right there. From now on, no using our friends as props. If you feel a joke where I'm the clown, don't. If you need a crowd to feel right, get a different problem. She heard different. She pocketed the phone. Later, by the cooler, she tried warmth again. Handed me a lemonade. Shoulder bump. I was out of line. I know. I just feel off. Not on the same page. We're in the same book, I said. You skip the chapters you don't like. I can do better. Then do it, I said. Start with backing me in front of others. She nodded too fast. Okay. Next weekend, let's tour that open house I sent. You'll love the kitchen. There's no we in-house hunting right now, I said. No big purchases until basics are fixed. She sipped her drink like it was a test she could pass by not answering. On Tuesday, she stormed my shop at noon. I was with Miguel and Jenna, going over a commercial bid. She parked by the bay and walked in like she owned stock. There you are, she said. Why aren't you answering? I'm working, I said, tapping the plan. What's up? I need the card, she said, palm out. Salon changed policy. They want it on file. Use yours, I said. We split. This is grooming. For us. Jenna's eyebrow went up. Miguel stared at a coil of wire like it told a joke. In our house, grooming means you schedule and pay for your hair, I said. If you want my involvement, bring a plan, not an order. You're making me look ridiculous in front of your employees. You're doing that, I said. You came to my job to argue about a salon. Real men invest in their wives. Real men invest in partners, I said. Partners invest back. She stepped closer. Give me the card. No, I said. And don't bring this to my work again. If you do, you'll wait in the truck until I'm free. That's the rule. She spun and left. Door rattled. Miguel let out a breath. That was clear. Jenna scribbled. I'm stealing the partner line. Send royalties. I said, and got back to measurements. Work doesn't care about your home life. It wants its cut. That night, the house smelled like a candle aisle. She'd made pasta from a kit and wore the sweater I like. A playlist hummed. Sit, she said. Let's reset. I ate. She watched my fork like it was a decision. We got off track, she said softly. I miss us. I miss being your favorite. You stopped acting like my favorite, I said. I can fix that. Tell me what you need. Respect. Consistency. Private stays private. Public is supportive. I'm not a vending machine. She nodded. Okay. The next morning she texted a weekend getaway, pricey cabin, bubbly tub. To reconnect. No, I wrote. We'll hike locally. Free and no script. She replied with a photo of the tub and a wink. It did the opposite of what she wanted. Thursday night, I packed a small bag and moved into the guest room. No drama. Shirts folded. Charger set. Spare key on the nightstand. She stood in the doorway. What is this? Space. We talk in daylight. Nights are for sleep. You're punishing me. I'm disciplining me, I said. I'm done sprinting at moving goalposts. That's dramatic. People have real problems. People do. Ours is simple. You want more than you give and expect thanks. I'm done apologizing, she said. You barely started, I said. And you used coupons. She walked off. Came back softer. At least talk about Sunday. Carla and Evan invited us to a tasting. Fancy. Where's something nice? I'm busy Sunday. With what? Me, I said. Fixing the shed at Nate's. Grilling after. If you join, bring lemonade and a normal mood. She laughed once. No humor. You've become fun. I've become clear. Sunday I worked at Nate's. When I got back, she was dressed like a magazine cover, scrolling on the patio. Have fun building a box? She asked. Yeah. It stands straight and doesn't talk back. She angled her head. Be honest. If I left tomorrow, you think you'd find someone who understands you like I do? You don't understand me, I said. You manage me. That landed. She blinked and went quiet. Monday was our anniversary. 11 years. I poured 2 coffees, set one by her chair. Happy anniversary, I said. She looked over the rim of her mug, cool eyes, and laughed. Not a giggle. A dismissal. You seriously think I consider that a holiday? I finished my coffee. Grabbed the folder from my truck. Yes, I'd prepared it weeks ago, and drove downtown. By 10 a.m., the clerk had stamped what needed stamps. I didn't use dramatic words. I used file and separate. My signature looked steadier than I felt. I called Miguel. You have the day, he said. Finally, like a man watching a dam break the right way. Then I got to work on the logistics. I booked a storage unit in her name, paid 3 months, scheduled movers for the next morning to box her closet and the guest room, her office, her vanity, the mountain of spare pillows. I left the primary bedroom untouched. I labeled every box with room, contents, a photo taped to the front. Put a copy of the storage contract in an envelope with her name. Removed her from business cards and pay apps. Set the joint to bill only with a note. No discretionary charges. Printed the sheet of household bills and exactly what I'd cover for the next month. Lights, water, mortgage, while the separation moved along. Stopped auto transfers to her extras. Not punishment. Accounting. I went to the phone store for a second line. Family, work, bank got the new number. Lisa kept the old for logistics until the split finished. Not ghosting. Just a door with a hinge and a lock. At 6, Lisa came home. She had the folder like it whistled. What's that? Paperwork. For what? For ending a game, I said. I filed today. She laughed again, the same bark. You're joking. I slid the stamped copy to her. She picked it up with 2 fingers like it had teeth. You did this today? You made it easy, I said. Timing was perfect. You're blowing up our life because I didn't bake a cake. I'm rebuilding my life because you broke respect, I said. Today was the headline. Her face shifted from shock to calculation. Okay, take space. Cool off. We'll talk next week. There is no next week, I said. Nate and Hannah are coming by. We'll make a clean statement tonight. Tomorrow your closet and office go to storage. You'll have a month at my expense to land somewhere. I'll cover essentials that month. After that, we follow the numbers. You can't just throw me out. I'm not throwing. I'm sorting. You can stay through the month if you want. I'm moving to the townhouse above the shop. Rules are simple. No more public digs. No surprise spending. No workplace scenes. Break any of those, you stay at Carla's. You're ridiculous. Everyone fights. You don't torch a marriage over tone. You don't torch it with one line, I said. You torch it with 1,000. The laugh just lit the sign. Doorbell. She flinched. You invited them? Yes, I said. I'm done letting rumors work over time. Nate and Hannah stepped in like a comm team. Nate handed Lisa a small plant. For new beginnings, he said, straight-faced. Hannah hugged me. You okay? I'm clear. We said the paragraph. We're separating. We care about our friends. Keep advice to yourselves. No picking sides. Lisa tried to steer it toward my supposed flaws. I steered it back to the statement. Nate nodded. Hannah squeezed Lisa's shoulder once and let go. After they left, Lisa paced the living room like a realtor who hates the house. You know what? Maybe this is good. I'll upgrade. Maybe you will, I said. I wish you the best. She rolled her eyes. I need air. You'll find plenty, I said. I packed a duffel. 2 suits, work jeans, gym clothes, boots, tools, and a crate. 1 photo from the den, me and my dad on a dock. The townhouse above the shop smelled like new paint and cleaner. I slept there like a man who'd been keeping watch and finally clocked out. Morning, movers at 8. I met them, handed lists, kept it efficient. Photos of each box. Sent Lisa the album. She replied with 3 dots that never became words. At noon, she arrived with Carla. Sunglasses, tight lips. Carla looked at the neat stacks. This is aggressive. This is efficient, I said. Storage prepaid 90 days. Contracts in the envelope. Lisa scanned labels. So this is real. It's already real, I said. Carla folded her arms. In my experience, men who make dramatic moves like this call a month later. In my experience, I said, people who say in my experience are selling a script. Carla sniffed. You'll be lonely. I'm already sleeping better, I said. By 3, it was done. I tipped the crew well. Lisa signed the storage receipt without reading. She stood by the door like a traveler who missed a flight. You're really moving out. For now, I said. I don't share space with contempt. You'll miss me. I'll miss who you were 3 years ago, I said. You'll come back. The good thing about lines, I said, is they stop where they stop. I left. No slam, no scene. Work filled the week. The townhouse turned into a home. Basic furniture, good light, silence that didn't judge. I made dinners for 1, went to the gym, slept 8 hours without bargaining. Nate dropped by with 2 lawn chairs. We parked them by the open bay and watched the sun lose an argument with the strip mall roof. We didn't say much. Lisa tried one more soft play. A selfie from a charity event. Thought of you. You'd have hated the speeches. Probably, I wrote. Hope it was a good night. We could talk tomorrow. Dinner. No, I wrote. We said everything. A week later, I listed the house. Photographer, staging, clear price, clean timeline. Showing scheduled when I knew she'd be out. She protested in 3 lines. I replied with signed listing and dates. Quiet after that. When an offer came in above asking, we met at the house with the agent. She sat on the edge of the couch like it might complain. So you get your need ending, she said. It's not neat. It's necessary. You could have fought for this. I did, I said. I fought for respect. You fought for comfort. I'll land on my feet. I hope you do, I said. Honestly, she looked like I'd insulted her by not hating her. Don't wish me well. That's all I have left, I said. Wishing you harm makes me part of the same mess. We signed. Keys changed hands. The house became someone else's quiet. Life simplified. The crew landed the Westfield build, then 2 more. Miguel ran sites like a clock. Jenna's bids were tight. I hired 2 apprentices. On Fridays, we grilled behind the bay and argued about ribs versus chicken like adults with nothing to prove. I swapped my old truck for a newer one. Not flashy, reliable. I bought a couch no one could call a statement and a table that could take a beating. It felt good to use things, not perform with them. I met Brooke in a hardware store on a Tuesday. She was arguing with an aisle sign that lied about hinge sizes. I laughed. She asked what I do. I told her. She asked if I like it. I said yes. She smiled like that was the right answer. Coffee turned into a walk. Then dinner where she put her phone in her bag and forgot it existed. She pays for her own things without speeches, expects clarity, and doesn't romanticize chaos. We wrote our rules on a sticky note and stuck it to the fridge. Say what you want. Keep it private in public. No silent treatment. Plan money. It started as a joke and stayed because it worked. I heard about Lisa the way you hear about weather, through people who can't help giving reports. She changed apartments twice in 3 months because noise and neighbors didn't match the brochure. The famous couch never came. The order got canceled after she missed a confirmation. Carla's fiancé moved states for a new opportunity. The logistics turned into stories instead of plans. None of that made me happy. It just confirmed the math. A few months after the sale, a package for me got misdelivered to the old block. I swung by to pick it up. The house looked different. New door color, fresh paint. A flag that meant nothing except we mow our lawn. I felt neutral. It was lumber and wire and drywall. It had served its time. Lisa's car pulled up. She stepped out like the asphalt owed her room. She looked thinner in the worry way, not the gym way. We stood there as two people who used to share a habit and now shared nothing. "How are you?" she asked. "Good," I said. "Busy." She nodded at the truck. "You upgraded." It was time. She looked at the house, then at me. "I thought you'd be angrier." I said. Then I got bored of it. Anger doesn't pay. "I'm figuring things out," she said. "I hope you do," I said. Honestly, she had one pitch forming behind her eyes and then let it go. "You always did what you said you'd do. And you always believed I wouldn't." We both smiled because that line had no edge anymore. "Have a good life," she said. "I am," I said. "You too." Back at the townhouse, Brooke was at the stove stirring something simple. She pointed the spatula at me. "Stir. If you burn it, you're eating the burned part." "Fair," I said, taking the spatula. We ate on the couch that didn't need anyone's approval. After, we walked the block. No audience, no script. "Anything interesting?" she asked. Misdelivered package. Old street. Familiar car. "Passed," she said. "Passed," I agreed. Before bed, I checked the next day's list. Westfield walkthrough, 2 residential estimates, crew meeting at 8. Full in a good way. I set my phone down and thought of the sentence I'd been searching for months earlier. It arrived on time now. Respect isn't a gift, it's the minimum. If someone can't pay it, they don't get to stay. I slept easy. I'd earned that. And if anyone asks where the line was, I give them the shortest version. She laughed at our anniversary. I made that day the day I left. Not with noise, with a plan. And the plan worked.